Yeah, it's really hard to watch. You're, somebody you once admired, just reduced down to somebody small and insignificant. Man, don't do drugs, kids. It's it's just not good. That being said, back with another reaction video. Let's take a look.
Well, good morning, Creek Squad. McQuitty, hey, you see this? It still hasn't changed. So I guess we're going to have to just give $2,000 to each of your old workers to get on this 4K camera and tell the story about how you made them breathe in your face so you could smell their breath to see if they ate Taco Bell before they brought you your Taco Bell. By the way, I seen you were putting a song out October 28th, and I was like,
Don't know what to say. Um, I've read that article from beginning to end. There's one small sentence where it just says Chase Matthews' song, County Line, became gold, was released on Ryan Upchurch's Holler Boy Records. That's it. That's the only part in the whole article that even makes mention to you or even alludes to you in any way, shape, or form. It's other than that, it's got like a couple quotes from Chase. Chase says, uh, I just want to make the kind of music I like, kind of stay true to myself, make music, that I know my fans will enjoy. That's one quote. And another quote from Chase is, he just really appreciates the opportunity. He felt like, the team had worked hard and I think when he was referring to we and team Ryan, he was referring to everybody it takes to get there. It's like when you say we, you're being diplomatic, okay? Instead of saying I, me, you say we as to include all the people that helped you out. But that we is not referring to you. It's referring to everybody that helped them along the way.
you know what? Me too. And you know the good thing? Mine doesn't have some dumb cliche title. Then I thought to myself, I was like, bro.
Oh, because, yeah, your songs are such bangers every time. Ryan, I'm going to be honest with you, dude. As a very loyal fan that enjoys a lot of your music, I like a lot of the rap. I ain't too big with the high D stuff, but a lot of the other stuff I really like. Liked all your country, liked all your rock for sure. This shit you've been putting out lately sucks. I'm just going to be blunt, and it shows in the numbers. See, even you're not getting near the plays that you got, and it's because it sucks. It's not really good.
Oh, here's an idea. How about I just put a song and music video out every time you release something? And I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, you won't be able to find that out. Well, when everybody down there is getting paid nickels and quarters to do a lot of work, I'm pretty sure I could pay somebody $10,000 to whisper something in my ear. Wouldn't be that hard. Man, I bet Warner loves me right now.
I'll bet you they don't even know you exist hardly. They're a massive $1 billion corporation with multiple massive recording artists under their belt. You are just incredibly insignificant to them, young man. Just completely insignificant to them. Period.
Tell them come get daddy some sugar. Well, shucks. I guess we'll check back tomorrow and see if this article's changed. Creek Squad, answer me.
Isn't that weird how you think? So, I was shocked to know that you didn't know how Google works. I always sort of pegged you as somebody that was fairly tech savvy. And so it was really eye opening when I realized you didn't know that Google satellite images aren't live, that they can be years old. And you didn't know that Google Street View is actually taken, with a car and a camera driving up and down your street. And those aren't updated very often. Some of them can be a decade old even. And it was just so shocking to me that you didn't know that. And then even the Snapchat feature where you can, record a short video and then pin it to the location you're at in Google Maps. That's been a thing for quite a while. And it just shocked me. You didn't know about any of that stuff. And now, come to find out, you don't even know how newspapers articles are written and blog posts because Ryan Chase didn't write that. The journalist wrote it and the co-editor posted it. And those are the people that would change it, not Chase. And why would Chase need anything changed? I don't understand. I've read it up one side and down the other, and there just isn't anything there about you at all. If do you have an issue with the two quotes that Chase made? Because he just made a couple of quotes. Hey, uh, I'm glad I can stay true to myself, make music my fans will enjoy, and hey, want to thank everybody for giving me this opportunity. We really worked hard, kind of all pitched in here to get where we're at. He was trying to be diplomatic and give everybody credit that helped him along the way. I don't understand why you find that so horrible. I don't know what it is in this article that you find so just incredibly wrong.
Look at this, bro. Listen, we're all regular, still hang out with regular. So here's the thing: who's dumber, Chase or Warner? All they have.
I would argue Crack Squad is dumber because Crack Squad believed your fairy tale about three YouTubers randomly hooking up and going to California and randomly finding some random high school graduation party and then picking out some random girl nobody'd ever heard of before, kill her, put her in the back of her car, and put her in the water. Don't really know why. I mean, there was never even any motive that you ever expressed. It was just one of them things that was assumed they did it just because you said so, type thing. And Crack Squad believed it. They still believe it, by the way, many of them. And yeah, the whole thing. It just, I would argue now, you guys are way, Warner's a step above, for sure.
Have to do is change this article, bro, and make it true. And I'll shut up.
What's not true? I don't. There's not a statement in the article that you could deem untrue because it's just Chase saying, "Hey, I'm going to stay true to myself and write music that I know my fans will enjoy." Okay, well, what would be untrue about that? And hey, we all worked hard. Appreciate everybody's help to get me here along the way. Other than that, it's just the guy that wrote the article sort of thinking out loud. I don't understand. I don't really get it.
That's it. They're literally ruining the artist and letting the artist get ruined because I want the truth told. It takes like two clicks of a button and a few words to make it true.
Boy.
That's all. And they can't even do it. He definitely can't do it. Man, that is so much creative control.
You're a sellout and you're a fake. So, I'm going to throw the hoodie in there.
Somebody in my DM just asked me, why do you hate seeing people shine? I don't hate seeing people shine. I want to see everybody shine.
No, you don't. No, you don't. If they don't agree with you, if they don't blindly support you, then you will do everything possible to tear them down, just like we see right here. Okay. Chase didn't do a damn thing to you, Ryan Upchurch. Not a damn thing. He accepted a very fine offer that would have a major impact on his life. He is a very young man with a lot of years ahead of him. He's ultimately he's as talented as he needs to be. And he got offered a once in a lifetime record deal that anybody would be a frickin' fool to turn down. You know, Ryan, not everybody wants to be an independent artist like you. Not everybody's ready to settle for mediocre, because that's all you're ever going to be, Ryan, is mediocre. Your music is never going to be on the radio. It's never going to be on the radio. Not everybody wants that, Ryan. Some artists want to be heard. Some artists want to be on the radio. Some artists want the power of a very successful record label behind them. And I get a little tired of this shtick of yours that it's all bad. Well, I don't think it's all bad. Looks to me like Garth Brooks had a pretty damn nice life. Looks to me like Hank Williams Jr. had a pretty damn nice life. Alan Jackson had a pretty damn nice life. You know, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. You know, Lady Annabelle. You telling me that they made a huge mistake signing a record deal? They should have did what you did and just been internet performers or YouTube artists. Okay, Holler Boy, you get to live in a 2,400 square foot house and get a used truck. Okay, with Warner, you live in a mansion and you get a new truck. With Holler Boy, your songs get heard on YouTube only. With Warner Brother, your songs are on the radio. You get invited to the Country Music Awards. You might get a play at the Grand Ole Opry. You're part of the game. You're part of the system. Why would you ever be mad that somebody you helped got to that level where they were offered a deal by record? I would say that's a success. You helped Chase out a little bit. The record companies noticed him, offered him a deal. What? Why would you find that as a negative? Is what I don't understand. I would think that's a positive. I would think, hey, look at the guy I brought up, man. Warner wanted him. I don't understand. Makes no sense to me why you think just because you decided to help this kid and he accepted your help, that now all of a sudden, if he gets a record deal, he has to say no. And if someone wants to write an article about him, he has to come to you and get your approval and find out what it is you would want him to say in his own damn article. I And there's only one reason why you're like this, and it's fucking drugs, man. Because you weren't like this before. There was a time you'd have been thrilled for Chase. What a wonderful opportunity. You know, I made that thumbnail yesterday with that was Alan Jackson's house, Faith Hill's house, and Tim McGraw's house. All right. And then a picture of your house. I'm not saying your house sucks, but there's a difference. There's a difference in the amount of money you're going to make being a YouTuber and being a country music recording artist signed by a major label. There is a difference. You're going to have generational wealth if you're a successful recording artist. And if you're an independent, successful independent, no, you're going to live comfortably, maybe, but you're not going to have generational wealth. No. And I guess I'm just confused, man. I don't see the negativity in it that you see, which is, I don't get it. I guess I'm going to have to just get that article and read it, just so everybody can see that there's just nothing there for you to be mad about. It just makes no sense how petty you're being.
But when you have been lied to over as much as I have, you start getting a little bit cold. That's just the way the world is, bro. It ain't got. That's with everybody. Don't nobody want to sit around and be lied to and used all the time. I wouldn't even say it's being cold. I would say it's being realistic. I mean, look, yeah, I'm rough around the edges, but you know what? There's somebody somewhere who needs somebody to be rough around the edges for them, and I get that's me. I mean,
Ryan, it wasn't rough around the edges. You were out here attacking people, trolling people. You were dragging grieving parents. You were sitting on a panel doxing some innocent woman and just wrecking havoc on her life. She still, right now, today, while I'm talking to you, she still has some lunatic that just will not leave her alone because of you. And I mean, he's bothering her in real life, not just on the internet. Okay. And it's all because of you. You did it. So no, it wasn't about you being out here a little rough around the edges. It was you have displayed some very disturbing and irresponsible behavior that if I was a young music artist and you were my label, I would be petrified that my career is going to get hosed, you know. And again, I hate I hate to kick a dead horse, but I just can't help but think that what Justin Adams has said was so true. And if it's true, it's terrible that, he was offered a record deal after you and him did Old Days. And you pretty much bullied him into saying no. And he was at a place in his life where he was totally dependent on you. He had allowed himself to become totally dependent on you for the vehicle, for guitar, for a place to stay, all of it, right? You had his entire life in the palm of your hand, and you talked him out of taking the deal, right? And then a month later, you were off on some other fucking tangent, and you just didn't fuck with him no more. And there he was, high and dry, no record deal. You're not going to do any more gigs with. He's just done. And if that's true, that's terrible, man. Because a deal like that only happens maybe once in a lifetime. Lightning rarely strikes twice. So it just blows my mind that you'd even want to see that happen to somebody.
hey, either you can bow down to everybody and say everything's okay, or you can say everything's okay when things are really okay. And you can say you like people when you really like people. I'm not smiling and waving in everybody's hand no more. You can say what you want. You can say, "Oh, you're being mean. You're being sassy." Blah, 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 whatever. Hey, me being exactly who I am, I get to hang out with pretty down home women and real dudes.
Are you talking about the three dudes that sat on the panel with you, figuring out the mathematical equation of a triangle, while you guys sat and doxed people right and left, and while you were saying this kid was fake and her parents faked it, and you could become a millionaire faking deaths to GoFundMe and all? Yeah. How do you? I mean, I've seen these guys, these crack squad guys, do this. Like, like if I go look at my mentions, there's like 20 videos of these crack squad dudes, like with a straight face, talking to me about bullying after what they have done. And it's just the hypocrisy just seethes from them, right? And I just wonder, how do they make this video with a straight face? Knowing that, I only doxed one person, and that was the person that doxed me. I thought it was a fair response. I didn't know that person, never spoke to that person, never had any conversation with them, nothing. I just simply called you out and I got doxed for it. So, but the this hypocrisy that you just sit here, you make this video saying this, knowing what you just did to a bunch of innocent people, that their lives are forever affected by what you did, forever affected. And and it's still going on. It's like you act like it's like all over with, and Crack Squad, they want to like pretend it's all no. For the person people you did that to, it's still going on. They still got people bothering them. They still got people stalking them. They still can't use their social media. They still can't, I mean, I don't understand how you make these videos with a straight face. I don't know how you do it. It's
So I like the people that's around me being how I am, and I don't feel like changing it, and I'm not going to. I'm already over 30. It's not going to happen.
well, that's sad because if you're saying what we see is what it's going to be, your career's over.
And when it comes to the music industry, I don't think I'm better than anybody. You know what I think? I think I work harder than everybody. So, but
Ryan, dude, stop it. You did one damn show last year. One. For the entire year, you did one gig. The songs you released weren't that good at all. Of all the people in the entire world you could pick to do a collab with on People's Champ and redo one of your best songs, you picked Boosie. A piece of shit out here defending R. Kelly, saying R. Kelly didn't do anything wrong. Groupies are just groupies, and you ought to be able to bang them if you want to. And hired a street hooker. Boosie hired a street hooker with needle tracks all over her to rape his 12-year-old son. So his 12-year-old son could be a man. He was in the car that robbed and smoked Pop Smoke. Murder. He's admitted to being a gang drug dealer. Of all the people you could have done a collab with, he's the one you chose. Chase wasn't even on that album. No feature for Chase on there. By God, Boosie got one though. Yeah. Whatever, dude.
men are supposed to work hard, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I don't know. So I guess we don't need to see any more of that. I cannot believe that the title of that video says what it says. And it just, man, that's so petty, Ryan. Jesus God, dude. If you only knew how bad that looks to somebody that's just being observant, and to know the damn, you're not only, listen, you're hurting yourself, of course, you're hurting your brand, something terrible, but your bandmates that are really taking a hit here, because I find it hard to believe there's going to be a whole lot of people wanting to work with you anymore after this display, where you won, uh, Jesus, you did all this negative shit with that girl and crap, pulling your Alex Jones shit, but you've shown that if anybody that works with you, if suddenly years later they disagree with you or say something you don't agree with, this is what they can look forward to: is you being drugged to your 2.8 million subscribers, and I, I don't even know why he would want to do that. It's like you're just pretty much saying out loud, if you decide to work with me, then by God, but you better be ready to be 100% loyal to me for the rest of your life, or I'm going to drag you. I mean, if I was a young artist or like any musician, I'd be petrified to get hooked up with you. because you're just too fucking toxic, dude. Because instead of you being excited for Chase, once in a lifetime opportunity that's going to change his life, instead of you being excited for him, you want to try and ruin it for him because he didn't say enough about you in some article. So petty. And I don't know what to say for the other people that got to work with you. I know your bandmates. There's no way your bandmates are seeing this and they're cool with it. There's no way. It's no way. What's your drummer thinking right now? If he's thinking, let's say your drummer, some opportunity comes along where he could do a gig with some other, like a national recording. Let's say a national recording artist offers your drummer a deal where to do a couple shows with him. Well, your drummer now's got to think, well, gee, I can't even do that because if I do, then I'm going to be trash mouthed to Ryan's 2.8 million fans, and he's going to do everything he can to just wreck my life. So I guess I just got to sit here and wait on Ryan to do a show someday. Because that's sort of the way it is. You did one gig last year, Ryan, one. Same thing with your DJ. He can't go express himself, right? Because you would do this to him. So he's just got to sit around waiting on you to do a gig someday. I don't know, man. It's not a good look. And Chase, if you see a video like this, I would say to you, dude, get in that truck, drive the son of a bitch over there and give it back to him. Yeah, that's the only hold he's got on you. Give it back to him and move on to the next level. You got the world by the ass right now, young man, and you need to ride that wave for all it's worth.